We want parents to feel that they can come here and be part of their child's education, so that they can feel that they're part of the process, so that they can feel that this sense of community involves everyone, themselves, students, teachers, and that we can build something powerful and strong together.
It's opening our doors and welcoming our parents into classrooms, welcoming parents in for informational nights so that they can be engaged in the learning. Every parent wants to be able to support their child in that learning.
Greatest response we see to parents working with kids here are the activity nights that we do. And we did 5 last year, and we're planning to do the same thing this year. So we target literacy, math, the arts, and science.
We have parent council here, and it's been running for many, many years. We do fundraisers like Pizza Day. Everything, all the money goes towards parent council, and that way we can put it back into the school for whatever's needed. Another really great way Brock has parent involvement is they have a parent night. And it's always themed. So last year there was a math night. They had a guest come and do some math experiments with the kids. All the parents were involved, and they do dinner as well. So it really gets the community involved. It gets the parents get to meet each other and meet all the other students, and it really gets that family community feel.
Parents are really the first educators of their children. So when you have full parent support and parents buying into what we're trying to do here at school, it just obviously enhances the kids and their learning, both at school and at home, and they can transfer those skills that they take from school and use them in their daily lives.
Our students are with us for a certain number of hours a day, but the rest of their life goes on when we're not with them. So bringing those two parts of their lives together just helps them to be more engaged and helps them to feel safe and comfortable and ready to learn. We try and invite families in as much as we can at Westgate. We recently had a math game day in grade 1, and parents and community members were welcome. The students were playing games and teaching the adults in the room different learning techniques and strategies, and we're exploring together. It was really powerful.
I think parents can really get involved and support the child's learning by coming to teacher interviews and being involved, knowing how their child's doing. And I think that the community can get involved with our events because we do a lot of fundraisers as well. So when they can see how we're working for outside the community, they can also see that it's important to help us inside. And once they come together, it's awesome to see. Last year I was helping my teachers run the Relay for Life fundraiser at our school for the Canadian Cancer Society. And it was really awesome to see how our students came together to raise money with the community. And that day was awesome because it opened your eyes how you can work together, and it was really good to see.
The parents and the community help around a lot in our school, whether it's with Feed the Pride or just providing volunteer opportunities for the students within the school. Examples are Feed the Pride. We have many parents that will come in, they'll help out, preparing the food with the steps and working together with them to provide food for kids that don't have time to help them learn better at school. And as well, we have our communities. As Minister of the Environment, I network with other people throughout our town. We'll always visit town council. Our voice is always heard. We have a good relationship with them. The Catawba First Nations, we network with them, we do initiatives together. TD Tree Day, we planted trees with them, with TD, and we're just connected with everybody, and it helps, develop relationships and helps you, guide you to the path that you want for your career.
We'd like to reach out to our parents and our caregivers to come into the schools and offer their knowledge. So I think that gives them a sense of empowerment to be able to offer what they know, because there is a certain lack of trust when it comes to our education system and our First Nations and Métis communities, just for historical reasons. So to be able to ask them to come into the school, it gives them a sense of comfort, I think, and acceptance. They have a lot of knowledge of, historical, and some of them have that cultural knowledge passed down to them. So just giving them that opportunity to share, I think, is giving them a sense of empowerment. We also ask them to participate in various events that we have throughout the city, which is available to all of our First Nations, Métis, Inuit students, and to their parents should they wish to participate. For example, take the event that we had at the end of the summer, which was the powwow, which honored all of our students. So honoring everything that they've accomplished throughout the year. Our graduates, our grade 12s, our grade 8s who are moving up into that next step of life, and then all the accomplishments in between. So that could be just them getting all of their credits in that semester, or joining the football teams, or just getting out there and putting themselves out there and being part of the school community. Those are all really big steps for a lot of our kids. They're seeing that we value what our students are doing, and that also lets our parents know that we value what they're doing as parents to help their kids get there.
It's really, really nice to see parents being a part of our Indigenous Education Parent Committee, being a part of different opportunities that allow them to share with us what they feel needs to happen for their students to be successful, or for their children to be successful. They said that culture and language was something that was really, really important. And as a result, this year we have the very first Native language course being taught at Harmon and Walkerville. We also have noticed in many of the events that we are offering that we have many more participants and parents willing to volunteer and to help to be part of those activities. This year we have a round dance, a social, and our annual powwow again being offered, where last year parents just were the driving force behind everything.
Last year, with the work of Math Task Force, we worked with our parent representatives, and we worked a lot with parents to be able to bring their voice around mathematics as part of our comprehensive understanding of math and what we can do to best support families at home.
Massey is a very open school in terms of the communication with the parents, whether that be phone calls. Most of the teachers have websites. A lot of the teachers are embracing the new EDSB and are excited when parents are going to be able to get online. But I think the big thing is just we're an open community in terms of parents. We have a lot of contact going back and forth. We take the feedback that the parents give us and allow to kind of use that to shape our framework in our classes.
When we welcome families into our school and we show our families that we understand that they have a voice, that they have a place in our school, and the knowledge that they have and the wisdom that they have, that we value it, and we want them to share it with our students in our school. We have the summer learning program, and with our summer learning program, our parents are regularly involved and coming into our school and sharing the learning with their students. In our grade 1, 2s, and 3s, our parents are invited, a few times a year to support their children's learning and to share in that learning and to experience it and see what it looks like. We also have our Parent and Family Literacy Center, and in that center, parents come and stay and play. So making sure that our community feels welcome within our school can only enhance student learning.
Parents need to understand that this generation faces new challenges in the classroom. This is a generation of technology. It's the students of today, they don't learn the way that students used to. And so for parents, we really want them to understand what the classroom looks like and what this new environment is. And part of that is allowing them to be a part of that process, right? Allowing parents to communicate with their teachers and with the students, and be a part of working together with students and teachers to move forward and understand what we're trying to do is what will work best for their child.
We have a fantastic support group with our community partners. One of our churches provides money so that we can provide a breakfast program which we call Feed the Pride for our kids, because our philosophy is that if the nutritional needs and the mental health wellness needs are not met, kids don't learn as well. We also have a program set up called WELL, which is a unique pathway for alternative learning so that students have a completely different transition into school that includes working and school and graduating, probably a little bit different scale, but still on the same goal is to graduate.
We have different events going on at school that helps get the community involved. Like we had Relay for Life with fundraising, and we do can drives. And we have different opportunities to volunteer in the community, like on the announcements and with student services, they're always giving us different things we can do. Like we have a volunteer program with the hospital, and there's always any events that are going on in Leamington, they try and encourage you to help get involved. And parents are really involved with our school too, we have parent council and they help with different events like that. And then they're always letting parents know on social media what kind of stuff is going on at school, so they're really involved with that too.
Last year I organized a shoe drive through the organization Souls for Souls to help underprivileged families globally, and I received great support from the community. Local churches got involved, parents, teachers, staff, elementary schools, and even local businesses all contributed to the shoe drive, and that support just encouraged me, and it made me feel a part of something.
We take our community partnerships very seriously, and the community partners value that. We work, as I said, with the Essex Region Conservation Authority, Point Pelee, the hospital, Caldwell First Nations, and they value our partnership as much as we value theirs. So I'm a graduate of Leamington High School. My 3 boys have all attended Leamington High School and have enjoyed it very much. I'm also a parent. 2 of my boys still go to school here. I'm on Parents Council, and I'm fortunate enough to teach here. I'm very invested in this school. I've lived in Leamington my whole life, and I see on Parents Council, the council has grown so much, and I think it's so nice to see that they're so positive, and rather than finding complaints, all they do is they're there to help. And so we have quite a large Parents Council, which is rare, but because I'm part of it, I get to see they just want to ask, how can we support you? We love what you're doing. Tell us what's going on at the school. And that kind of support from home and support as a group overall is what makes LDSS so successful.
So we have a partnership with the hospital, also through SIA, the Society of Excellence in Academics, and they've partnered with our school for a couple of things. One was a Hacking Health conference where, partnered with students in the hospital, we made an app for mental health and to support mental health. And another one is they're connected to our arts program. The hospital's connected to our arts program, and we have painted murals and paintings for the hospital that go up there. So they really encourage students to do what they love, and they provide opportunities for that.
Parents Council is quite large. We've got a strong social media presence, and our Parents Council has jumped on board with that, and they're actively promoting our social media sites. We post daily, maybe 5-6 posts, a day, and you see a lot of the Parents Council who are following our feeds on Twitter and Facebook and sharing our information just to promote all the good things that we have at the school. Our academic programs, our sports programs, our clubs. Our Parents Council is very involved and they're engaged with our school, and it just helps the school in general.
The greater community, since we are building a new school, we've been working hard, and I know administration's been working hard with the greater community to help support us in our building goals. And I think not only is the community responding, but they are behind and supporting the teachers in what they're trying to accomplish here through their generous donations and additions to the building process. I also want to mention the new program that I'm sure Mr. Berard will mention, and that's the WELL program, where the community is involved with us, working in a partnership to ensure some disenfranchised students come back to school and provide incentives for those students to get their high school diploma. So that's one way where the community is directly involved with us. One other way is during our breakfast program, the community is really active in helping us fund that program and donating a lot of goods and services to that. So I'm really happy with the community involvement and the support we're getting at school.
Parent engagement is crucial, and student learning is, of course, at the center of everything we do at Leamington District Secondary School. And oftentimes when we have to make difficult decisions about programming or any difficult decision in the building, we always distill it back to what's best for kids. And often I'll say to the leaders in the building, as we're talking about interaction with community, what's best for kids. So as far as community involvement, we actively find ways to partner with the community. We've reached out to many different organizations in the community of Leamington, and they've been very supportive. Our breakfast program is funded to the tune of over 2 years. $10,000 has been donated to the school for our breakfast program. There's a lot of need in Leamington. And I always approach our community partners as partners, not with a handout, but as a partner. And I always ask the same question: how do you see the school, Leamington District Secondary School, serving some of your needs and the needs of the community? And then we partner, so they work with us, and sometimes it's money, sometimes it's relationship, but often we give back through volunteerism, programming. One such example is we have begun the WELL program, Work Experience Learning for Life program, where the target group are Low German Mennonite students who are not receiving diplomas in Leamington, and we have flipped education a little bit on its head, where students are coming at night, genuinely pursuing diplomas through independent courses and being hooked up with our co-op teachers, getting the experiential course credit. And the employers have incentivized students who are in the program by paying them more. They actually are giving out, at this point, it's a $2,500 bursary for every student who graduates from the program. And that's a true partnership where the businesses are asking us to have a better educated workforce. Our goal is, of course, to get as many kids a diploma as possible and get them to learn essential skills, and that's a true partnership. And we've done that many times. I can give you many examples of how we've reached out into the community, or they have approached us, and we have openly partnered with them so that we can enhance student learning.
At LDSS, we believe that partnering with parents is essential for the success of their students, and parents are really the first and best teachers of their children, and they know a lot that we can gain insight from. So again, making regular and continued and initial contact early on is really, really important. We learn so much from those conversations about the situation or the background that can inform our teaching. And as well, finding out about the skills and the talents, and the interests of that student can really direct our teaching as well. For example, in a parent conversation last year, I learned that maybe one of my students was interested in co-op and kind of seeing what else was out there in my particular discipline. So I leveraged that. I had him come in for a co-op position for one semester, and she said that it absolutely transformed his life. She said that throughout the course of that co-op, he developed direction and a passion for that subject area and a vision for his life that he did not have before. She said that before that he didn't have a direction, that he wasn't excited maybe about his future even. And so she told me at our last parent-teacher interview, which was 2 nights ago, she said it has transformed his life absolutely and completely. So it's that kind of feedback that then I'm going to take in and then use that to again inform my teaching and inform my next steps, both with that student and with all of my other students, knowing how powerful that can be.
How do we get parents in is one thing, but how do we get them to understand the learning aspects of education as well? So I make sure that everything is visible to parents from our school improvement focus. I share all those things with parents at parent council meetings, even during some of our assemblies that we invite the parents in. Any type of activity, we try to build community activities that would connect to the curriculum. We've also made a commitment to support parents, making sure that we invite them into every classroom a number of times throughout the year. And with the focus on learning, it's not about a big event that they have to come in and share together with their child, but it's about the daily activities that go on in the classroom.
They're supported through all our activities in our classroom and the way we connect to the school, and they're supported because our principal comes into our room every day and he talks to the parents and he asks how the kids are doing, and that's how we are involved, and that's how the parents are supported.
When the school has different events and they invite us in, just like the block party, and we can come in and we learn about the PFLC and what's going on in the community, what's going on at the school. You get to meet, the staff and anyone else that's dealing with it, the higher up supervisors and everything. When you're able to engage and have fun and bring your children in, where it's really community based and they have a say, a vote on different things, that helps you to feel empowered at least. Or when they hold certain events where you can come and speak your piece, just like City Hall or something like that. that helps out a lot. It really does, especially when it's welcoming to the whole family. It's just a community feel, and when people see you, they say hi, they try to engage you with what's going on within the school, the principal, the vice principal, no matter who they are. Even though there is a lock on the door, it's still welcoming. You feel secure as opposed to locked out. I just really, really, really love the community feel. And everyone is just, oh, hey, how are you? They'll stoop down to a child's level. Hey, how are you? And include them. Because when they include your child, you feel included. You don't want your child to be excluded because they're little, you know? So when they open their arms and their minds, their hearts to your children, it just brings you in too.